At the Macomb County Public Works Department, we say that water quality equals quality of life, and we have been incredibly focused on how we can reduce with an eye toward eliminating all of these combined sewer overflows that have been discharged out into Lake St. Clair for decades. People said, oh my gosh, it's just too overwhelming of a problem, we can't afford it. Well, look, in Macomb County, we've had the political will and we've managed to get the resources to actually do all the work that's been necessary to take us up now to about 80% reduction of combined sewer overflows with a number of different things that we've done. You got to do different components as you go along. So right now we are at Chapaton, which is our largest pump station at 9 Mile and Jefferson. And we're standing by some of our pumps. And I'm going to have Vince Astorino, who's our operations and flow manager, who's really been spearheading all of these different projects, tell you about the very first thing that we did.
Yes, the very first thing that we did was the wet well that's down below. We had to keep it at a lower level during wet weather events because we were worried about water coming up through the manhole covers that were down in the lower levels of this facility. So what we did was we went in and actually replaced those covers with pressure type covers. And what that allowed us to do was raise that wet well level up another 10 feet, which stores more water up in the existing 12-foot diameter interceptor upstream. We found during events that interceptor was not running full. We were losing capacity that we had available in that interceptor. So by swapping out those manhole covers for a low cost of like $30,000, we're able to gain an additional 8.6 million gallons of storage at this facility alone.
It's unbelievable. That is an incredible amount of storage. Just by actually reviewing the processes that we have here at Chapaton, the way we've been doing everything forever. And Vince knew that just because we've done it this way in the past was not the correct answer when we took over here. And so we really have focused on a lot of different things. This is the beginning. This was the first thing we did. And we went to our in-system storage. Now recently we've completed what we call our Canal expansion in the back. So we are at another critical component of how we reduce and eventually eliminate combined sewer overflows. We're at our in-system storage building, 9 Mile and I-94 on Beaconsfield. And where we're standing, about 40 feet below us, is an 11.5-foot pipe. This is an existing pipe that's been here a long time, and we wanted to utilize existing infrastructure. So this pipe runs all the way down to our Chapaton pump station, which is on Jefferson at 9 Mile. And we actually installed an inflatable weir, if you will, to be able to store the flow until the rain event dissipates, and then we could send it down to Detroit for proper treatment. It has reduced our combined sewer overflows maybe by 12 to 15%, but it's an element of our overall master plan. This was about a $13 million project, completely paid for with money that we were able to go obtain with other sources and with our federal, state, county partners. And I want to ask Vince Astorino, again, our operations and flow manager here, to tell you a little bit more in detail what we actually built here. And this was, I think, in 2024, we put it online.
Yep. So there's a, like Candice said, an inflatable bladder that's underground. That gives us about 3.5 million gallons of additional storage, maximizing it within the system. It's only used during wet weather events. During dry weather flow, it's completely deflated and sucked to the bottom of the pipe. And then at the start of the event, we'll actually raise it up, seal the pipe off, store the water safely, and then there's gates that allow flow to slowly allow water to go through and down to Detroit for proper treatment.
So just another one of our elements on how Macomb County is leading the way in all of the region, and entire state of Michigan, in fact, on reducing with an eye toward eliminating combined sewer overflows. This is a marquee project that we did here at Chapaton. It's a $29 million project. We call it our Canal expansion, and it allowed for us to have a lot more storage, and really it took us up to our reduction goal of combined sewer overflows by about 50%. So if you add them all together with the beginning of our operational processes that we thought helped us about 30%. Then we put on another 15% with the in-system storage, and now about 50% with this canal expansion. You can see that this is part of our comprehensive overall master plan for stopping these combined sewer overflows and protecting our magnificent lake. Whether you recreate in the lake, you want to fish, you want to boat, you want to swim at it and go in a beach, or our drinking water supply, for goodness sakes. Generationally, we have done all of this because we cannot continue to discharge combined sewer overflows out into the Great Lakes. We are the Great Lakes state. Anyway, I'm going to have Vince Astorino explain to you what we're looking at in the background here. Vince?
Yeah, so this canal gives us about 17 million gallons of additional storage. There was a lot of different other factors with this canal too. We did a sewer separation of about 13 acres across the property. We installed the inflatable bladders out here as well that will actually store our maximum storage every single time that we have to fill this, compared to the old style, which were gates that open from the bottom. So not only does this give us more storage by doing that, but it also gives us additional water quality improvements as well. Think of it like two different settling basins, with our main basin and then this one as well. Yeah, just a lot of different improvements, flood mitigation, reduce of basement backup concerns with the lake level, high lake levels coming back through this area. So we made a lot of different improvements here.
I'm going to ask our videographer. You've been looking at this canal expansion here, but now Vince and I are going to stand here. What you're going to see now in the background is our discharge canal to Lake St. Clair. We are right on Lake St. Clair, and that's what this is all about. Water quality and protecting our magnificent lake.
Follow us on social media. For more information, explore our website, reach out via email, or connect through our toll-free hotline, 1-877-679-4337.